I come to my mother's place. I'm not, I don't have the camera mount, you know, that follows me around. I don't have it with me because I've just walked up to my mother's place. My sewing bag box was at my mother's place. I just had to get out in the evening, so it's 2:15 in the morning, 12th of December. Friday, 12th of December. I just had to get out, go for a walk. I'll make a cup of tea. So I thought I'd come here and just carry on with my sewing. I made a cushion, and I'm making another cushion. I did describe in another video earlier, which I haven't edited yet, why I'm making these cushions. They were meant to be for me to sell, but now I've got another idea. Yeah, I know Mum doesn't use a kettle, Mum uses this silly boiling thing. Yeah, it makes me look fat. You can see how fat I am, can't you? That's why I go out for a walk in the night. Yes, I have holes in my socks. So if I do that, there you go. I could sew the holes in my socks, couldn't I? Just had to get out. Getting upset and getting feelings. I don't have my ring light on me, so there's not much light. I could put this light on, couldn't I? Oh, that's a bit better. Thing is, now I'm a bit backlit, because now that light isn't as bright. But I can see what I'm doing. My mother is asleep in the room, so I can't be too loud. So this one says hope. I was trying to put names on it, but then if I put a name on there, even though hope could be a name, it says hope. You can't see it until it's finished. It turned in the other way. Because if I put a name on there, I would feel obliged in my heart to give it to the person whose name that is. But then my original idea of doing these two were meant to be cushions which I could think about or consider selling to know as being another form of income. But now I'm thinking about giving them to a charity or selling them for charity and raising money for charity. Or a campaign, charity campaign. When someone really important to me has, I don't think I'll be here for long. No one wants to just see me sewing, do they? But then sewing on videos are good. I mean, if I do sell these, even if I just use them to raise money for charity, then you can see that they're genuine and I'm actually doing it by hand. I mean, they're not perfect. I mean, it's you know, the bowing on this one bothers me. It bows in slightly. Is there a way around that? Maybe make it not square and maybe longer? I don't know. So you take the finger and then because it's too thin, and then you put them together and then it makes it like a thicker biscuit. I'm trying to judge how far I can go with this till I need to change it. Under, and do the locking stitch, and then we will do the same again. Do a locking stitch, and then we shall do a single stitch through just to make sure it's not going to come out, and then we can snip that. Then we've got that little bit of thread that's wasted. I feel sorry for these little wasted bits of thread. So what I'm going to do now is go back and do a back stitch all the way around, and then just to fill in the gaps. Then we can turn it back inside out. That's enough of a gap to turn it inside out in there. Yeah, this one's going to be smaller because the hope wasn't quite in the middle, so I cut it down so it's a bit smaller. It was going to be the same size as this, but it's going to be smaller. You know what? I should change my glasses for the closer glasses. That's what I've got. That's better. Oh yeah, I can see better now. Much better. There's more wasted thread. Alright, what have I got to say? What have I got to talk about? I mean, I got lots of things, and I've got lots of notes and things to talk about, but because Mum's asleep in the room, I'm worried about making too much noise or start talk a bit loudly or get agitated or angry about anything. I mean, I've been angry and frustrated about all sorts of stuff tonight. That's why I just had to get out. Yeah, I don't know what to do about these cushions. They're not brilliant. I mean, they're a bit delicate because they're handmade. And you can see the stitching. I know it's not perfect. I mean, I do stuff it. I don't need to stuff it as much as I do, but I do like having a more solid cushion. Because I'm worried about all this stitching or thread coming out or the cushion's breaking or something. I am worried about that. But then none of my work is broken so far. That doesn't mean there's not going to be a first one. You know, and if I'm giving them away to someone else or using them to raise money for charity or something, I don't want the cushions to break, or be too fragile. I mean, it's solid enough. It seems solid enough. But you don't know what's going to happen to it. You don't know if it's going to be scagged or anything, or you don't know what's going to happen to it in shipping. I mean, I used to sell the cards, didn't I? And so, you got to think about these things. You've got to think what people are going to do to them. What's going to cause a problem? So I've got to put in a description. These are quite fragile, handmade. They're not perfect. But then is that going to affect people buying them? Would they rather something that's going to be a bit more solid and mass-produced? I mean, it's not drop-shipped or anything. It's just me. Me here with a needle, sewing by hand, as you can see. I mean, what sort of cotton is this? This is 100% polyester cotton, whereas the other cotton I was using was 50%. So it's not cotton, it says cotton, it's 100% polyester, it's just thread. Thread, that's what it is, not cotton, thread. I don't know where Cozzy is. I'm going to have a look for Cozzy. He's upstairs. He's asleep. No, just now I'm just wondering if he was outside or he wanted to go out or something. It's emotionally difficult holding so many feelings in my heart that I know that I can't express. No one's interested, and I don't think anyone will understand. And people don't want to hear this. People don't come to YouTube to hear someone like me talking about feelings and thoughts. Maybe I shouldn't mention YouTube just in case anything happens, and then I gotta start putting the videos on other platforms, and all people are gonna be confused if I start saying YouTube and then watching on another platform. I don't want to lose the channel. I'm enjoying doing these videos. I think it's very therapeutic. Because I don't really have... I mean, I've got people to talk to, but people who wouldn't understand, who wouldn't care, and I don't get the feedback. I don't get confirmation that they understand what I'm talking about. And I'm scared. I mean, on YouTube, there's going to be people who really don't understand, and they're going to be quite angry, and I'm just going to get more bullying and more insults. But it's I just feel some of the things I got to talk about. I mean, I think the world needs to hear. And there's things I want to talk about on the channel that other people are not talking about. There are genuinely things that people are avoiding. My list of 3 things which are wrong with the world. You need to be able to say your thoughts and feelings without fear of reprisals. It doesn't matter if people agree or disagree. It's like if someone loves you, if someone is limerent over you, or whatever, isn't it best to know than not know? See, it's a bit neater, is it? I reckon. It's a bit tighter. Maybe I don't need to do a second stitch line. So I'm thinking maybe I should do 2 stitch lines. I don't know how much power I got in the phone. I do have power banks on me. Alright. Yeah, I was just wondering if I had the paid tier, ChatGPT, or one of the other bots, you know, it gives me someone to talk to and I can have whole conversations and then we can explore different, well, thoughts, feelings, theories, and but then I could just talk to it in text and then read out what it says, you know, like I have been doing. Why the bit of thread where I'm doing the words is coming out, which wouldn't be an easy fix, to be honest. It wouldn't be an easy fix at all. But then I did do on a very small pillow in one of the previous videos. Or did I do it? I might have done it on one of the Facebook videos, so it's not public, where I did letters on a very small pillow. Well, I did it from inside. I mean, I could do that here. But we'll wait till I finish this, and when I turn it inside out, we'll see how solid the letters are. I mean, I'm still learning. This is not, because I'll do another pillow after this. And can you think of whether, because I've got Kokoro and Hope. So what else can we put on there? What other words can we stick on another pillow? I mean, I've got red. Now this is blue. We've got patterned fabric here. I've got plenty of pink as well, but I'm saving that for something special. And the white, we've got green, and we've got red fabric. Don't have any yellow fabric yet. My stomach hurts. I've still got stomach problems since being ill. Oh god, my hands are a bit wet. I got voiceovers to do for videos as well. So I keep putting off and putting off. I mean, I could go upstairs and do it now, couldn't I? You know, I've got voice recording software on here. I've got paid voice recording software on there, which I hardly use. I still need to buy elastic as well, because I want to make a hair scrunchie with the pink. I'm not sure about going back into education either, because it's a lot of hard work and I need to have a meaningful goal. I need to have a meaningful reason. Just because I want to have that level of education, which I do want to have that level of education, but there has to be a goal, a reason for it. That pin is irritating. I keep getting caught on that pin, so I'm taking that pin out. I don't need it because there's plenty enough stitches there. I'm just making sure that there's no gaps. So I'm going back a little bit as well as forward, just to make sure there's no gaps. Could have toast, couldn't I? Could have toast. There's toast over there. My stomach, I just got stomach pain, acid and that, and I didn't bring my antacids on me. And I've got one esomeprazole left at home. And again, I haven't got it with me here. Esomeprazole, you've got lansoprazole, esomeprazole, there's another one as well. There's another prazole. See, my father takes one, I use the off-the-counter esomeprazole, and my mother has lansoprazole. And it's quite expensive. Yeah, what time is it? So it's 3 in the morning. what time does Hobbycraft open? But then again, you got the independent shops. I'd rather go to buy the elastic from the independent shops. With the Hobbycraft, I can get the putty eraser I want as well. So I can go back to drawing. And I really have to go back to writing my story, and I wanted to do that this month, or last month, but I just haven't had the opportunities. And I got to get a bunch more videos done as well for this channel, because I'm planning so much, and I'd like to have them done before I start working on other projects. I mean, I could be going upstairs now and doing the voiceover, but my stomach hurts. You know, whenever I'm bending over, my stomach hurts. I mean, when I say upstairs, what I do is I sit on the bed and stick the quilt over my head and do the voiceover, so there's no bounced sound. See, the flat walls, a lot of houses have flat walls these days. There's all bounced sound, and the sound is not that good. I could be charging my tablet, because I could read on there, and then use the voice app on here, and then read the script off my tablet. But the thing is, the tablet's in the room, there's no power in it. So I could be charging it right now, couldn't I? Pull that pin out because it's getting in the way. Have I got enough thread there? I've got enough thread to go a little bit further. I'm going to make sure I've got one fold in here that's stitched in now. I'm stuck with that. I thought I was getting lots of those folds because they're holding everything too tightly when I wasn't using the machine. But on this sort of scale, I'd rather hand sew than use the machine. If I do one more stitch, and then I'll end this one. Right, one more, because this is getting small now. I've been in an awkward situation a few times where I've not had enough thread to do a locking stitch. And then that is locked and going nowhere. Now we can, I do too much when it comes to. So we've got 3 bits of thread now, which is just wasted. Do the little bits of thread like that. It's okay, isn't it? I think I'll do some toast. So I'll stop for a bit and do some toast. Okay, I wasn't even recording, and I was talking and I wasn't recording. So yeah, I had a toast, and I dropped some on my trousers and dropped some on the floor, but about an eighth of a piece of toast, you know, because I cut it into quarters and half of that fell on me, and it had lots of butter on it, and so I just had to clean that up. Are we rolling? Yeah, because I wasn't rolling just now. I'm talking. So I've made some notes on here just now about making a more formal video on my list of things which are wrong with the world. I'm making a more formal video about it. So I think that's something that's really important. And people need to be free to be open and honest about their opinions and thoughts and feelings without fear of reprisal or without fear of offending people. So maybe I can make a longer video with examples. I'm pinching this in a few places with tight stitches. I gotta be careful. So if people, you know, children and adults alike, were able to be open and honest about their feelings, I think it would cure so many problems in the world, from bullying and upset and depression and. But society isn't like that, is it? I was in a good train of thought earlier before I realised I wasn't recording. And now I can't remember what that train of thought was, because I had a set of paragraphs and questions, because I got pre-think, or I do that in other languages when you're learning other languages, you've got to pre-think what you're going to say and translate it in your head before you say it. But I do that in English as well. Does that make any sense, or is that just me? I have to preload what I'm going to say, or even what I'm going to do. and then carry out the tasks while I'm trying to think of something. It's like I've only got a dual core processor and I'm very RAM limited. That's what my head is like. And I don't have any hyper-threading. There's nothing like that. No hyper-threading. I can't change the order of operations in the cache very easily. That's how my head works. I have a lack of RAM, and cache reordering doesn't work, and I can only work on 2 threads at a time. It's cold in here. It's cold. It's still winter. It's cold. The heating's not on. Well, I could put the heating on, but my mother is asleep and I don't want to annoy mother. Yeah, I could just go upstairs and go to sleep in the bed, go in the spare room. But then if I go in the spare room right now, if I go and lie down, I'll just, my thoughts and minds and feelings will just start coming back, and I'll start going into things. I'm all meditated out. I'll explain in another video why I'm all meditated out and I'm no longer necessarily a big fan of meditation, because I had a really bad experience and I'm not willing to go back there. I mean, I do try it when I'm lying down to go to sleep, but I feel better when there's something to think about, to put my heart towards. I'm very dominated by my heart. I know that's not seen as a positive trait these days, but I'm very dominated by my heart rather than my head, rather than my feelings. That's a positive trait, is it? Because if I was trying to be logical, maybe I'll never love or have limerence or anything ever again, would I? Because I would just acknowledge, if you're being totally logical, I could just acknowledge that I'm not good enough to ever be loved and no one could ever like me, and I'll just that's logic, isn't it? I'm just not good enough, I'm not worthy enough. I got these thoughts and feelings, and I want to be loved, and I want to love, and I want to be lost in limerence. So I just thought I saw a light go off then. Just checking the power bank, checking the thing. There's a house across the street, and sometimes the lights flick. They got flicky lights. It's Christmas time, and they got flicky lights in the window. I'll have to get hold of a spare piece of tinsel when Dad puts the tree up. I'm not sure if he's putting the tree up tomorrow or on the weekend. I'm not fussed. I mean, if I was living on my own, I wouldn't have any decorations at all. It's not because I don't like Christmas. I love Christmas, but I mean, if I had the money, and if I was, when I had money, I was happier about it. But now, because I got no money and no income, I just don't care. But I want to grab a piece of. Well, I say I don't care. I'm talking about now about grabbing a spare piece of tinsel. So when I do the car videos, I'll have a bit of tinsel or something in the background. I have a headache right now. I could have a drink of water and a paracetamol. I'm tired. What other words could I put on a cushion? Limerence is a bit long. Love just seems too standard, too predictable. Limerence is a long word. I mean, I got hope. Is there a 4-letter word or maybe a 5-letter word you can think? Like I said, like I was trying to say earlier, I want to put names on there. I want to put her name on the cushions, but then I'll feel obliged to give it and give the cushions. I'm going to do a scrunchie in her favourite colour, and yeah, I've given gifts to a few people. I'm just wondering about making more gifts, because I did the aeroplane, and I did kangaroo, and I did a tetrahedron, and I might do a cinnamon bear. Yeah, hang on, I'll say it's Friday, isn't it? Yeah, so it's Friday now, so it'll be cinnamon bear will be on the on Twitch later. So I'll listen to Cinnamon Bear later. It's only on Fridays this year. My car's not in a good enough condition to go to Golden Grove, is it? I mean, maybe I could top up the oil in there. Maybe I could do it. I need to do it. Maybe I could drive up there. I mean, I'm just scared of spending the money right now. Did I mention in one of the previous videos about my dream? Because I've still got a DJI. Because I'd like to get another, better one than the one I've got. The camera mount that follows me around, the one I've got cost me £7. It's only a cheap one. I'd like to get one that cost £150 from DJI. Problem is, I had that dream about buying a DJI product. And I'm worried about it affecting me ever finding love or finding Limerence or something. I think my mother's waking up. What's the time? It's 20 to 4.
Yeah.
Hello?
I didn't know you were here.
I know. Christmas memories of my mother coming back now. I can't remember what my sister's first Christmas was. I know the room. Can't even remember where we had the Christmas tree. Can't even remember where we had it. I think it was the window. I'm not even remembering. Where. Where's the pictures? No, I probably lost them. It was so incredibly upsetting. So stupid and worthless I am. How I'm not good enough. I'm no good. I'm just too slow, too stupid to ever do anything good in my life. So I'm just... but I don't know how long I've got to live, and that's why I'm making these videos. Another reason why I'm making these videos. I need a microphone, don't I? I know I need a microphone. Alright, I have a headache now, so I'll finish this stitch and then I might take a paracetamol. I don't like taking things. I got a spreadsheet on here now for every time I take paracetamol or esomeprazole or something, a fexofenadine or antihistamine of any type. So how's that looking? Last pin out. There we go. That's not a big hole. That's not a big gap. Right, we'll try and put it the right way around. Right, we'll try and get it through. Hope. Just checking the lettering, because I'm worried the lettering's going to start fraying or something. Okay, pull that through. Okay, well, I'll stop this now and then we'll stuff that in a bit. Okay, several hours later, I have not finished the cushion. I was going to finish the cushion and now we're sat in the car. But it's a sunny day today, so I'm experimenting with the power banks again. And I've got my little solar panel. It's a bit light. There you go. Oh, hang on. Show me. So I've got the voltmeter to show you how much volts it's taken. Well, the red ones, the amount of amps, which is the most important, basically nothing. Well, I guess it's not light enough. What I'll do is I'll put it... It's because there's a van by there, and I'm parked next to a van, and there's not enough light coming in. Nothing. I'll just put it in the back, and hopefully it'll get some light. It's probably living in Wales. Still getting stomach pain. Now, we might be going to Llandaff today to try and pick up my mum's shoes. My mum has specialist shoes that get made, and we've been needing to pick them up for almost 2 weeks. My mum keeps putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And I'll say, I'll go around my mother's place and say, oh, come on, we'll go and pick them up today. We'll go pick them up today. And Mum keeps saying, no, I don't feel like it today. I don't want to go out today. It's a bit of an irritation because my mother has people like cleaners around the house and that. And then Mum books them in and yet doesn't have the money to pay them. It just gets frustrating, Fiat Panda with a massive dog in the back. Right, let's stop the video and then come back later, I think. It is 12:52 on the 14th. Oh, it's Haruka Momoi's birthday today. Yeah, a couple of days since I started this. I still haven't finished this. I want to stuff this. And I've started another. I've started a third cushion. So I want to finish this. We have Kokoro. I'm just trying to get the corners all fixed properly. I can't do this here because I've got constant talking and other things in the background, so I don't have my own space where I can do these videos. So hope. I think that's good enough. I don't think I can get the corners out any more than that. So what was I talking about? I don't have a microphone yet. So, I mean, I don't want to talk too loudly because there's other people around. Right, so this is the second, right. My next cushion will just have a heart on it. Hopefully it'll be a bit bigger. So I've got 3 different cushions. Yeah, what I was saying in the other videos, so I was originally going to make these pillows to sell for myself, and the framing in the picture is not great, is it? Looks like I'm slouching. And now I want to... Now I've had the idea of donating them to someone who could sell them for charity. It's the 14th today, when's the last posting day? If I post in, it's going to be tomorrow, isn't it? It's usually tomorrow. Cosy. What's it with these videos lately? There's always disturbances and I can't finish the videos. Now I've got to make sure all that stuffing's into the corners as best as I can. See, there's still stuff in the corners. There's still not enough in the corners. If I take a tiny bit like that, let's try and see if I can push it into the corner. Still feels as if there's not enough in the corner. Again, it's got the same problem where it's just sort of bowing in. Do I need to compensate? Because it's like bowing in. Do I need to compensate for that when I'm cutting things out? Or sewing it? I might have to and have like a slight bowing out when I'm doing the sewing, so I can compensate. I'm going to push this up from inside, try and get it underneath that little flap. That'll do. Right, make sure that stuffing's back in there. Right, so now I'm going to start doing the ladder stitch. So I'll start further back here. The thing is, if I am going to give these away to charity, do they need to be of a certain level of professionalism for someone to sell or auction? I mean, they're only small cushions. I don't think it'll make a lot of money, but it's better than nothing. Because I can't even remember what I talked about when I started this video the other day, this sewing video. Because I've done another video and I've recorded footage for another video and I'm editing that as well between when I started the sewing video. So I'm a bit confused about what videos it's easier to work on one video project at a time, but I'm currently working on several. So is that coming together very well? See? Focus. Yeah, a lot of people make videos. They've got really wide-angle cameras, and I don't think it's very complimentary to the way they look. But people not as ugly as me anyway. So me using a camera that's further away is actually probably better because I am extremely ugly, isn't it? So that when I do hold an object up to the camera, it's it's further away from me. Whereas other people tend to use wider-angled cameras, which are that much closer to. I mean, I do have the webcam at the top on my desktop at home, but then I haven't got the best background at home. I mean, I do have a projector screen that I can put behind me, but there's not really a lot of room in my room to have a projector screen in my room. The obscure things I have a projector screen. And I gotta remember my tripod's down here. In here, it's over there. I mean, I could have that on the tripod, couldn't I? That's the point, is me mounting it on the table and closing the curtains. I could just have mounted it on the tripod there, couldn't I? And the tripod's by there. What have I got to do tomorrow? I've got 2 things to do tomorrow with my parents. I've got 2 things to do tomorrow. I mean, I don't need to finish the other. I mean, I got the 3rd cushion, so 3 cushions. If 3 cushions are good enough, then yeah, this cushion is not as good as I'd hoped. Oh well, it is hand sewn. So how's that looking? Alright, pull that, make sure it's tight. It's not brilliant. But then I suppose you always hope for things to turn out better. But alright, that's good enough. And then I'm going to go back down through the seam and try and do a locking stitch. One more time, and then we can cut that off. Now that's safe to cut off now. Where's the scissors? There we go. We have. Oh, it's. I mean, there's a little bit of evidence of black thread on the top. It's only a little bit. I mean, I used black thread all the way around the outside, so that's the second one. I know it's not perfect. You can see the size difference because I have to centralize the words. Yeah, I'm trying to think what I need to do with these cushions. So I wanted to sell them myself, but I think this other idea has merit. But I'm unsure how to go about contacting the person who I'd like to give the cushions to. But then maybe I can sell them for myself and give them the money for charity. That's probably the best thing, isn't it? That's more work on my half, and then I don't, because I'm not as popular and not as famous or anything. Famous may be the wrong word. I'm not as popular. You know, I don't know as many people. It's not going to have a huge impact if I try to sell them. It's not going to have a massive impact. So are these things I need to discuss? I don't know. I don't feel like talking right now. Anyway, that's prepared now for the next project, which is finishing this. Okay, I'll stop recording right now.